जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी 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 जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी कृष्ण जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीर कृष्ण यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी कृष्ण जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज जय राधा गोलोकानंद राधा गोलोकानंद राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद् श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्री श्री राधा गोलोकानंद की जय। श्री श्री गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So before I begin, I seek the blessings of His Holiness Veer Krishna Goswami Maharaj and all senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. May the right words come at the right time, in the right mood of glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, purifying our consciousness and bringing it closer and closer to their eternal, divine, loving lotus feet. Vanchakalpatra. So we are reading from Canto 10, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is considered to be the smiling moon-like face of Krishna out of all the cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is chapter 64, the deliverance of King Nriga, and today we are reading text 36. Yes. Rajano Rajalakshmyandha Natma Patam Vichakshate Nirayam Ye अभिमन्यन्ते ब्रह्मस्वं साधुबालिशा राजानो राजलक्ष्म्यांधा नात्मपातं विचक्षते निरयं येऽभिमन्यन्ते ब्रह्मस्वं साधुबालिशा राजानो राजलक्ष्म्यांधा नात्मपातं विचक्षते निरयं येऽभिमन्यन्ते ब्रह्मस्वं साधुबालिशा राजानो राजलक्ष्म्यांधा नात्मपातं विचक्षते निरयं येऽभिमन्यन्ते ब्रह्मस्वं साधुबालिशा. Please kindly chant. नात्मपातं विचक्षते निरयं येऽभिमन्यन्ते Vaishnavis, please. Nirayam yebhimanyante brahmaswam sadhubalisha राजानो राजलक्ष्म्यांधा नात्मपातं विचक्षते निरयं येऽभिमन्यन्ते राजानः, members of the kingly class, Raja, royal, Lakshmya, by opulence, Andha, blinded, Na, do not, Atma, their own, Patam, fall, Vichakshate, foresee, Nirayam, hell, Ye, who, Abhimanyante, hanker for, Brahmaswam, a Brahmana's property, Sadhu, as appropriate, Balisha, childish. Translation by the faithful followers of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Members of the royal order, blinded by royal opulence, fail to foresee their own downfall, childishly hankering to enjoy a Brahmana's property. They are actually hankering to go to hell. So I'll repeat that. We can kindly call and respond. Members of the royal order, blinded by royal opulence, fail to foresee their own downfall, childishly hankering to enjoy a Brahmana's property. They are actually hankering to go to hell. Just building up suspense. Srila Jiva Goswami's commentary to this verse. Tasmad Rajanah iti Rajakulya Rajnyam Putradayo Bhutadayascha Tad Upalakshanatvad Anyo Api Ityarthaha. Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad says, the first point in his commentary or his purport is that this verse is not just applicable for the kings, but also for anyone connected to a king. It refers to the brothers of the king, it refers to the wives of the king, it refers to the servants, the ministers, everyone in the royal assembly, directly or indirectly connected to a king. If they become proud of the opulence, of being connected to a person who's opulent, then they will fall. That's Jiva Goswami's first comment, that this is not meant only for the king exclusively. If the queen is puffed up, let's say the king is humble, but the queen is puffed up, he will not fall, but she will. If he and she both are humble, but their children are puffed up, they will fall. Sri Jiva Goswami's comment. Then the next point he makes is Raja Lakshmya iti pathe Raja Shriya tan madena ityarthaha. Sadhu samyak yatha syat tatha yadva sadhu balisha atishayena murkhaha. Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad says the cause of fall down is pride because of being blinded by opulence. Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad says this is the root cause of most fall in this world. Being proud of things that we are blessed with. Which means it could refer to wealth, it could refer to education, it could refer to exquisite beauty, it could refer to fame, it could refer to aristocratic birth. Just like the saying goes, the pauper is proud of his penny. We can find reasons to be proud about. So Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad says, some are proud because of their wealth, and some are proud because of their learning, some are proud because of their fame, some are proud because I'm an Indian. I am a Brahmana. I am a Brahmana, but I am a South Indian Brahmana. I am a North Indian Brahmana. I am a Brajavasi. If the pride that I am born in Vrindavan is present in the heart, that pride is sufficient enough to make us fall out of that spiritual status. On the other hand, you could have someone who's not born in Vrindavan, but may attain Goloka Vrindavan faster than a person who's born in Vrindavan. Like one time when some disciples of Srila Prabhupada went to Vrindavan, one Goswami priest in Vrindavan said, good, very good. You American boys and girls, you have joined Swami Maharaj's movement, Prabhupada's movement. And this life you perform bhakti, then next life you will be born in Vrindavan. You will be born in the Goswami line. And the disciples were very excited. They thought this was great glorification. They came and told Srila Prabhupada, is it true that next life we'll be born as Goswamis in Vrindavan? Srila Prabhupada said, you should have gone and told him to perform bhakti well this life, so that next birth he will be born in New York City and he can assist the Krishna consciousness movement in the Western world. Prabhupada had transcendental pride of his preaching movement. That's transcendental. So Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad says, although the word Balishaha has been used here, it is not childlike innocence, but it is childish foolishness. So these are three comments made by Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad. So now in the time that we have, let's try to serve a discussion. It is a fact that all through Shastra, when we analyze different pastimes, different stories, different characters, we find this invisible thread, this common thread of pride precedes a fall. Whether it is Manigriva and Nalakuber, the two sons of Kubera, who were blessed with everything. They were the most handsome, young, eligible bachelors. Exquisite beauty, beauty dripping out of every part of their body. They were tall, they were very exquisite, their features were very finely made. It's almost as if the Creator spent time sculpting out these forms. And they were born to the greatest, richest Elon Musk of history. It was not one Elon Musk. Millions of Elon Musks put together can't equal Kubera's treasury. And they were the heir to the throne. So they were young, they were beautiful, they were famous, they were aristocratic, they were wealthy. And what to speak of their learning? They were very intelligent and very smart. But because all of these good qualities led to one quality called pride, they offended Narada Muni. We find, of course, Narada Muni, he cursed them. It was a blessing in disguise. Think about it. If Manigriva and Nalakuber, the two sons of Kuber, had to evolve their own way to become trees in Vrindavan, how many millions of lifetimes would that take? Because the trees of Vrindavan have been described by Sripad Prabodhananda Saraswati in Sri Vrindavan Mahimamrit to be great sadhus. Sripad Prabodhananda Saraswati explains these trees of Vrindavan are so wonderful that they take birth in Vrindavan, they live in Vrindavan, they tolerate reversals in Vrindavan, they don't take a step out of Vrindavan, they are ready to be cut, they are ready to be dried, they are ready to be tormented by the rain and the heat and the snow. Of course, there's no snow in Vrindavan, but at least the winter nights. They're ready to go through all of that and die, but not take a step out of Braj. When you find sadhus of that caliber, it's very rare in this world, who are so attached to the Dham. Prabodhananda Saraswati says, each of these trees is a Kalpavriksha tree, under whose shade Rupa and Sanatan Goswami sat. These trees are so wonderful. Radha Karavachita Pallava Ballari ke, Radha Padanka Bilasan Madhurasthali ke, Radha Yasho Mukharamatta Khakavali ke, Radha Vihara Vipine Ramatam Manome. Sripad Prabodhananda Saraswati, in his transcendental ecstatic madness, he describes these trees are so wonderful that they are dripping tears in the form of their honey sap in separation from Krishna. These trees are so wonderful, just like the hair of sadhus stand on end, the flowers and the branches of these trees blossom hearing Krishna's flute. Just like the heart of sadhus become full in emotion, these trees have fully blossomed, bloomed, ripe, juicy fruits in the form of their blossomed hearts. These trees are dancing in the kirtan breeze of Vrindavan. These trees are so wonderful that they drop their branches when Krishna and Balaram walk through them, only so that they can touch Krishna with their hand. These trees pray, Krishna, when oh when will I be a cow so that where you go I can follow? But now as trees, I have to wait for you to come to me. I wish I had a body where I could follow where you go, like these cows. And the cows are thinking, my dear Lord, we wish in our next birth we could become birds. Why? Because we can follow you, but not from one forest to another. But these birds are so fast, they can fly quickly and have an aerial view of your beautiful, it's like drone camera angle. Nowadays people love drone angle. That's the angle the birds in Vrindavan see the pastimes of Braj. So these trees are so great. Prabodhananda Saraswati says, but the greatest quality, the greatest fortune of the trees of Vrindavan is that each leaf, each flower, each fruit gets handpicked by the tips of the tender lotus fingers of Srimati Radharani, the Queen of Braj. The daughter of King Brujabhanu personally handpicks flowers and fruits to string them as a garland offering on the chest of Radha Shamsundar or Shamsundar. So these trees are so exalted, and Manigriva and Nalakuber, for their pride, they got cursed, quote unquote, blessed, cursed, by Narada Muni to be those exalted trees. We want our lives to be stuck between the lotus feet of Krishna. And look at these trees. Krishna got stuck between them as Damodar. We are praying, my dear Lord, may my mind be like a wooden grinding motor and may it get stuck between the two Yamalarjun tree-like feet of yours. And all glories to these two trees that Krishna came rolling in as Damodar. And he loved these trees so much. Why? Because of their connection to Narada Muni. It is described, even if we have all bad qualities, if we have connection with a pure devotee, we get some grace. Think about the life of Kaliya. Kaliya had no good qualities, but because of his connection to the wives who were pure devotees, he got mercy. Think about the husbands of the wives of the Brahmanas, which means the Brahmana husbands. The wives of the Brahmanas were devotees and the husbands got credit. They got an extra pass, going back home, back to Godhead. An extra pass. Think about Amogha in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was proud, he was envious, but because of his connection to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he got mercy. So we could understand this like this. In India, you have long trains going from one state to another. Very long trains. There's one engine compartment, and then there are about 20 different bogies or different connections. And those in that train don't have to worry. They're sometimes eating their lunch, or sometimes playing cards, sometimes sleeping, sometimes listening to music, sometimes chit-chatting, sometimes chanting. Not chit-chatting, but chit-chanting, if you're a devotee. And they have no worry about whether or not they will reach the destination. Why? Because they trust the engine. For us, our engine is Srila Prabhupada. We are like Kaliya, Srila Prabhupada is the Nagapatni. We are like the puffed up Brahmana, Srila Prabhupada is the wife of the Brahmanas. We are like Amogha, Srila Prabhupada is our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. We are like Manigriv, Nalakuer, puffed up with all bad qualities, Srila Prabhupada is our Narada Muni. And because of the connection with that engine, all the members in all the connected compartments, they don't have to worry. They just live their life and reach their destination. So that train is like ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada is the engine. And we are sitting in the compartment performing our sadhana, not worrying about whether or not we'll reach Goloka Vrindavan. We are connected to the engine. Wherever the engine is, that's our destination. You never find people in that train anxious whether or not I'll reach the destination and running inside the train. You won't find people like that. They're comfortable. So we have to give up our anxiety whether or not we will reach back home, back to Godhead. Sthane sthita shruti gatan tanuak manobhi. Be in the community, be in the service, be in your comfort of chanting, hearing, reading, serving Krishna. And then being connected to the engine, we go back home, back to Godhead. We are like Manigriv, we are puffed up. We are like Kaliya, we are like Amogha, we are like the Brahmanas who are puffed up. But we have that very strong Guru Parampara connection. So Manigriv and Nalakuer came in contact with Narada Muni. And this is why Damodar, although our acharyas describe so beautifully, Damodar himself was bound. Krishna himself was bound by Mother Yashoda, and he didn't think, let me liberate myself first. Because the general understanding is, Janma sarthaka kori, karapara upakar. Do good to yourself, and then do good to others. But Krishna didn't think like that. He didn't think, first let me open up this rope, then I will open up the binding in the life of these two trees. Those two trees are as bound as I am. They're bound by a curse, or loving blessing, and I'm bound by the ropes of love. Let me liberate myself and then liberate these two trees. But no. He thought to himself, these two trees are so dear, they saw Narada Muni who's so dear to me, and those who are in contact with those who are in contact with me are much more dearer to me than those who are directly in contact with me. So thinking like this, Damodar crawled, and he got stuck between those two trees. The lesson for all of us is, let us not wait for the day when we become perfect so that we can start to preach Krishna consciousness. Damodar did not think, let me become perfect, Let me become liberated, then I will liberate the trees. However, wherever, whichever circumstance Damodar was in, he crawled to do good to others. Srila Prabhupada never encouraged the mood that first, let me become a pure devotee, let me become a great sadhu, and then I will preach. Prabhupada said, read 2 lines, speak 2 lines. Prabhupada appreciated little Saraswati so much just for this one statement that she said, do you know who Krishna is? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Prabhupada said, what excellent preaching. So like Damodar, we will be bound by ropes of our anarthas, our pride, our insecurities. And that's fine. We don't have to wait for the point when we become perfect. Crawl your way and try to do good to others. And as Damodar crawled and tried to liberate the 2 trees got liberated. And in turn came Nanda Maharaj and liberated Krishna. Which means although we are bound by the ropes of our own karma, we try to do good to others. In that attempt, we become liberated ourselves. Just like the saying goes, when you take fragrant rose with your right hand and you offer it to someone, before they can touch it, your palms are fragrant with that rose. Similarly, as we spread Krishna consciousness, whether or not the other person takes it, we do good to ourselves by speaking about him. And just like Krishna liberated the 2 trees, and Krishna's father came and liberated Krishna, similarly, when we try to serve others, our Father will come and liberate us. And who is our Father? Krishna says in the Gita, Pita aham asya jagataha. I am your Father, seed-giving Father. So just like Krishna's father, Nanda Baba, comes and liberates Krishna, when Krishna tries to do good to the trees, when we try to live for others, our Supreme Father will come and liberate us. We don't have to worry. So Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad has mentioned that this pride is one thing that keeps us shackled, anchored in this world. And the best way out is serving Vaishnavas, appreciating our equals, serving humbly, in subordination, in submission to our superiors, and being kind and affectionate to those who are new to this path. We find so many examples of pride. We find the example of Indra. Because of his aristocracy, he ignored and offended his guru. We find Indra not recognizing Krishna's prowess and trying to drown Vrindavan and kill the Brajbasis. We find the example of Brahmaji getting illusioned, whether it is millions of Brahmas in Vaikuntha or in Dwaraka, or the story of Brahma trying to kidnap the calves of Krishna in pride. All of these examples, including the example of Ravana and Hiranyakashipu and Duryodhan, all of them had this one common quality of pride, and that's what led to their downfall. On the other hand, the greatest Vaishnav quality, the opposite of pride, is humility. Humility. What's the use of studying, reading, and hearing, and memorizing shlokas, and being very empowered and skilled, and if it only leads to pride? As Jesus says in the Bible, what gain does a man have if he wins the whole world and ends up losing his own spirit soul? What's the use? It's like making a very nice pot of sweet rice and flavoring it with poison. So we have to introspect and check. Great personalities like Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami, who were so qualified, the way they put themselves in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is exemplary. They prostrate themselves in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they say, Mattulyo nasti papatma, na paradhi cha kaschana, parihare pi lajja me kim bruve purushottama. Oh dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa and Sanatan Goswami are speaking in Ramakeli, that, oh Sri Gaur Hari, Mattulyo nasti papatma. If you go around this whole world as a sannyasi and you try to examine, we want to let you know you won't find anybody as offensive and as sinful as both of us. They have so much love for one another that they can speak that in plural usage, both of us. They're not saying there's nobody as sinful as me. But there's so much love between the two. They're in sync. Their consciousness is in resonance. So they're saying there's nobody as fallen as both of us. And they both agree to that. And they say, we were born in Brahminical families, but we are a blot. We are a blemish to the Brahminical culture. We gave up everything to serve this crooked king. He has been prosecuting Vaishnavas and cows, and just to stop this onslaught of terror, we befriended him and we have been serving him. And he, in fact, even gave us a perverted reflection initiation in the form of Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik. Just like we get Vaishnav names, Rupa and Sanatan are folding their palms and telling Mahaprabhu, we have Muslim names. We are so fallen. No Brahmana in our time or in the past or in the future will do what we did. Our qualities are abominable. Our activities are nefarious. Our intentions are obnoxious. My dear Lord, you are the most merciful and you're looking for recipients of mercy, and we are the most fallen. What are we waiting for now? Please embrace us and accept us. This is the way they prostrate themselves. Sanatan Goswami, when he spoke to Mahaprabhu, he said, I don't know who I am and I don't know who belong to me in this world. Ke ami kene amar jade tapatroy iha nahi jani prabhu kemane hito hoy. My dear Lord, I know so much is what people think of me, and they come and glorify me, and my flaw, my greatest flaw is I end up believing them when they think I am a learned scholar. But I know nothing. Please, my dear Lord, accept me. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the greatest poet of that time, whom even Srimad Jeev Goswami Pad empowered to write Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit and Sri Govind Leela Amrit. Our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gave 3 Amrits to this world. He, for the pastimes of Krishna, he gave Govind Leela Amrit. Then for the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, he gave Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit. And then he wrote a commentary to Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrit. So Amrit, Amrit, Amrit. And that great Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who at the age of 95 could write a magnum opus as Chaitanya Charitamrit with 11,555 verses in it, with a trembling hand, he describes, I can't hear properly and I have to hold up my eyelids because they droop in old age. My mind is reeling and I can't remember. And he's the one who's composing 11,000 verses. Without any chat GPT or artificial intelligence or Veda-base or Google or any website, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami could pull in references from so many literature in his Chaitanya Charitamrit. When you study Chaitanya Charitamrit, it's a mixed bag of Sanskrit and Bengali. Because if it's only Sanskrit, the scholarly class read it. And if it's only Bengali, the scholarly class will think, oh, this is just a poetic version. So he gave Bengali so that the masses can read it. And he gave a lot of Sanskrit so that the classes can appreciate it. And he mixed story with philosophy, with relations, with lessons, with historical chronology. And all of this with excellent poetry, not forgetting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Ante Leelas in Jagannath Puri. And that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who's super empowered, he says, Je mora naam shune tara punya kshay, Je mora naam loy tara papa hoy, Purushera kita hoite mui se laghishta, Jagai madhai hoite mui se papishta. He says, anybody who listens to my name will lose all spiritual piety. And anybody who chants my name even once will go to hell. How can somebody who chants Krishna Das name go to hell? It's extreme humility. And he says, I am more fallen than Jagai and Madhai, because Jagai and Madhai never committed Namaparad, because they never chanted the holy name. They never committed Vaishnava Aparad because they never associated with Vaishnavas. But my situation, my dear Lord, is more fallen than Jagai and Madhai because I chant the holy name and I offend the name. I serve the Vaishnavas and I offend them. I am more fallen and more sinful than the most abominable worm in this world. This is how they prostrate themselves. Look at Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He says, Vidyara Gaurave Brahmi Deshe Deshe Dhana Upajana Kori Na bhajiya tore dina britho gelo, bhulino tumare hori. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, in my youth, because of the pride of my learning, I went from one place to another, conquering the places because of my scholarship. And I made a lot of money. But in the attempt of making money and impressing others with my scholarship, my dear Lord, I wasted a lot of time. And now I am old, I can't get my youth back, and I am fearing death can come at any moment, my dear Lord. I made money and I forgot you. Who's saying this? The father of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. What great humility. So we see two contrasts. On one end, we have the fear, the pitfall of pride. And on the other hand, we find the aroma of humility. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna puts both of them. He says, Abhayam sattva samshuddhi jnana yoga vyavastitihi danam damascha yajñascha swadhyaya stapa arjavam ahimsa satyam akroda tyaga shantira paishunam daya bhuteshva loluptvam mardhavam hira chapalam teja kshama dhruti shauchi adroho natimanita bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata dambo darpobhimanascha kroda parushamevacha ajnanam chabijatasya partha sampadam asuri. In the 16th chapter, Krishna talks about divine and demoniac qualities for us to know this is what you pursue and this is what you give up. Because we need the prescription and the proscription. We need the do's and the donuts. Sorry, the don'ts. We need the do's and the don'ts. We have to be told, be humble and stay away from pride. We have to be told, remember Krishna and never forget him. So in this way, whether it is chapter 12 with the qualities, whether it's chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita from text 8 to 12, whether it's chapter 16, divine and demoniac qualities, time and again in the Gita, Krishna is talking about the pitfall of pride and the aroma of humility. And Krishna is a bumblebee who gets attracted to the lotus flower of the heart of the Vaishnav, which cultivates the honey aroma of humility. Krishna doesn't get attracted to the petals of the lotus. Krishna doesn't get attracted to the stem of the lotus. Krishna doesn't get attracted to the pollen grains of the lotus flower. Krishna doesn't get attracted to the muddy pool of the lotus. Krishna, as the bumblebee, only gets attracted to the honey aroma in the central part of the lotus flower, which means Krishna is not attracted by our beauty, our knowledge, our skills, our talent, our fame. Krishna is not attracted by our birth. Krishna is not attracted by anything but the lotus of the heart, which develops the honey aroma of humility. And then that honeybee, black bumblebee called Yashodanandan, gets stuck in the lotus of the heart of the Vaishnav, drinking the honey aroma of the humility of Vaishnav qualities. We'll pause here. So I think we have exactly a minute.
People cannot hear Maharaj.
All right. Hare Krishna.
So sometimes we hear that the trees, yes? Yes. Maharaj is saying that sometimes we hear that the trees are impersonalists, but at the same time here we saw that the trees are glorified. How do we reconcile? I think time's up, so we'll have to probably discuss this some other time. Shri Shri Radha Golokananda ki Tree Danda Sannyas ki Okay, maybe till the time the curtains open, I'll quickly comment to that. We find in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, the trees, although they are sometimes described as Shantaras, they play as stimulants and help to the Madhurya Ras. And the classic example of that is Madhavendra Puri himself, who is compared to be a wish-fulfilling desire tree, but he is the greatest Rasik Vaishnav. Haribo.
Kataksham Parhamatam Samasitam Buddhasundaranam Kandar Agom Vikamaniya Vishesha Shobham
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Maya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham
Jamim Govindam Adipursham Tamaham Bhajami. Namaho Vishnu Pataya Krishna Prastaya Putale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Saminichi Dhamade Namaho Vishnu Padaya Savastaya Tale Shrimate Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachar Neke Nivesesha Shunyavani Vasachavare Sacharane Jaya Sri Krishna Jaya Chana Prabhu Nityananda Shadwaita Gadada Siva Sade Gaurata Vrinda Shri Krishna Nana Prabhu Nityananda Shadwaita Gadada Siva Sade Gaurata Vrinda Chaitanya. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramanitchandana Sri Advaita Gadada Siva Sade Gauravadurinda. Yes, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramanitchandana Sri Advaita Gadada Siva Sade Gauravadurinda. Hidana Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Hare, Rama Hare, Rama 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 Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Rama Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Goloka Nana Rana, Goloka Nana Drahate. Goloka Nana Rana, Goloka Nana Drahate. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, Radhe, Shri Radhe, Jai Om Vishnu. Munamai Kajai, Shimani Lasi Devi Kajai, Sabina Bhakta, Rindi Kajai. Go over Premananda. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to
Chaitkadarpanamarjanam Bhava Mahatmagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipanam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapitani Amita Smarane Nakala Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinada Pisu Nichena Tarora Pisu Hishuna Amani Namana Dana Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Sundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamae Mama Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhaktir Hoitaki Twai Rainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayata Vabada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrashim Vachintaya Nainam Galadashu Daraya Vadanam Gad Gadarudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Babukada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam Nimishena Chakshusha Bravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Ashlishyavapadamritam Panastumam Adarshanam Marmahata Karotuva Yatatatava Viradatu Lampato Mat Prananatastusa Eva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you've invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh, my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw on the street, or tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Oh, Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I